Welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. We're still here at Broovies talking about movies. I'm Jeff Weiss with MSN Entertainment.
And I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine.
Our next movie is The Trip, a mockumentary, a British mockumentary, loosely based on a television series of the same name, actually, featuring Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon, who, if you're an art house lover, you might remember the film Tristram Shandy, in which they played squabbling actors. Here they play squabbling actors. They really are best friends off screen. And the idea behind this film is that Steve Coogan is supposedly getting paid by a magazine or a media outlet to review various restaurants throughout Britain. He's going to take a road trip, supposed to go with his girlfriend, who bails at the last minute. He brings along his friend Rob Brydon. They ate food. They tour the countryside, and they bicker a lot.
Hey,
that's it.
Rob, Steve.
Oh, hiya. How are you?
Are you free to go away?
Where?
It's a job. It's kind of a tour. Really good restaurants.
Why me?
Misha can't come, and I don't want to go alone. I've asked other people, but they're all too busy. So, do you want to come? Should be 2 rooms under the name Coogan.
We only have 1 double room.
What do you think's going to happen?
You might touch my bottom.
Were you an altar boy?
What do you got? Plenty of heat in my scallops. Heat, Pacino.
I've not heard your Michael Caine, but I assume it would be something along the lines of, "My name's Michael Caine."
You were so wrong. Michael Caine used to talk like this.
It's not quite nasal enough the way you're doing it. When it gets loudly, it gets very loud indeed.
And you don't do the broken voice, but it gets very emotional.
Cheers.
Taste of a childhood garden.
Was there a lot of alcohol in your garden as a child? I'm sorry, Rob.
They always say something like, "Gentlemen to bed," before we leave at first light.
No, they never leave at 9:30.
Gentlemen to bed, for we leave at 9:30.
Ish.
Yep.
You know what I find funny about this movie is because you said that he's supposed to bring his girlfriend, and basically the point of their travels is to not only see the countryside and these little small kind of inns, is to taste the food and like this really elegant food. That to me, like when I see, like, man, I'm like a chicken finger and hot dog guy. Like, I'm very easy to please. And so when I see this like really pretentious food, like I know it's an art, like I'm not gonna knock that, but I'm just like, oh, God, who would eat that? And that's the reaction of these guys. Like they're looking at this like thing that probably took hours to make, and they go, it looks like snot,
The texture is snot.
And that's what I love about it, because it's like two real guys that would probably react to this food just the way I would. And that's kind of how I fell in love with the film. Because if that girl went on there, she'd probably be like, you guys are being jackasses. Like, this is, you guys are being so
She would be overly impressed with this sort of thing. And these guys are not.
No.
As they bicker and do impressions of Michael Caine.
I can't even.
And Roger Moore and Woody Allen.
Basically, anyone you can think of is probably...
And Rob Brydon is a terrific impressionist.
Oh, he's brilliant.
However, it is revealed, in my opinion, that Steve Coogan actually does a better Michael Caine impression.
See, I disagree. I think which is pretty much the half of that film. I mean, like, he goes,
Yes.
now I'm better. Like that, and you're like, now I'm better.
Don't you find it exhausting, running around, chasing girls?
I don't chase them. Oh, dear me.
But don't you find it a lot exhausting at your age?
Everything's exhausting past 40.
I called you 4 times last night.
I'm with a short Welsh man who does impressions. It's not fun.
Have you been doing drugs?
Sex between 2 people is a wonderful thing. Between 3, it's terrific.
Pithy, vaguely amusing, a cry for help.
If you were to allow your child to have an illness, you could win Oscar Best Actor.
That's disgusting.
What
kind of illness?
I want a room with a view. I want to see a tree.
I'd like a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
She was only 16 years old.
I directed the whole movie.
Oh!
How's the trip been?
I can honestly say it's one of the most enjoyable periods of my life.
And that's what, it's a great time. For me, though, it's about a 90-minute movie, give or take.
Right. It's repetitive.
But
I'll grant you that.
They set on their journey, and then here's the cycle they go through. Drive, eat, go to their respective bedrooms, call their wife, call their girlfriend, whatever. Sleep, wake up, drive, eat, wake up, impressions. It becomes so, and that rotation happens at least 4 times. Now, it's fun.
Yes.
But by about the 3rd rotation, I'm kind of like, okay, I got it.
See, I could have watched even more of it.
Really?
to be honest. I love their bickering. I love Steve Coogan having his revelatory moment in which he's sort of a jerk.
Oh,
he does not show himself in a positive light whatsoever.
Which I give him credit for, because he's playing him. You know, he's supposedly playing himself,
Yes.
so he's only making himself in that negative light.
Yes, he's a womanizer.
Yep.
He's a whiner. He's pretentious.
Oh,
and he apparently also would like to be in a Hollywood blockbuster.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is a really funny fantasy sequence with Ben Stiller.
Oh, so good. The best part about this movie is it's like these guys are friends.
Yes.
But like there's this underlying just like
tension.
Tension, but like because like Steve Coogan's got a career and he kind of shines above and like it rubs in his friend's face, and so it's just this bitter friendship of hatred but love, and you can tell they would never like break apart. But one might just want to punch the other one.
Yes. Yes.
So for that, I had a good time with it. I gave it 2.5 stars.
And see, I could have even watched more. I love the impressions. Love the impressions. Love the bickering. Love the revelatory moments. I actually give it 3.5 stars. Yet, I really enjoyed it, and it's nice to see Steve Coogan get another vehicle that is worthy of him.
Yep.
He does not get nearly enough of those.
He is an actor who is talented enough, and they mentioned in the movie that like you just need your one film to make you a household name, and I hope he gets it because the man is talented.
Absolutely.
So, all right, when we get back from this break, we're going to talk about the comic book movie of the summer, Captain America: The First Avenger. We'll talk about it when we get back.